be ending as they've swapped sides and whatnot. So Pistol will be starting. What do you think they're going to go for on this T side here for in terms of execute or strategy?
From what we saw yesterday, BulldogMix, I don't know, it could be just like a fast drop rush. They may decide to go A because the usual CT setup for Pistol is you just send the best spawn on A to spot and then send 4B. So it could be interesting to see. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. They just send 1 A long, then 4B. Maybe just a fast A rush to counter that.
Must be a mind reader dream. That's really well read.
Thank you. It's, you know. And
Man of many talents indeed, as the drop rush is not quite coming in, but Surreal will definitely get aggressive. Picks up 1, spots out at second, and now up middle. Suddenly, BulldogMix are on this B-bomb site. Goosh immediately comes in onto Fry. Bomb going to go down. A clean little headshot from Link. Definitely feeling it from the past game. Dancy as well is going to get 1 himself. So 4 versus 3 now. Some pretty low HPs on the CT side. No kit as well. So they have to find these kills early on. Jenko going to pick up 2 fast kills. Link, however, going to get another one onto Cray. He's now in the 1 versus 2 and not ready for Jenko to still be on the A ramp. Will get taken down. CZ saved by Cryptics. Overall, a pretty decent round from the terrorist side.
Yeah, that was good from BulldogMix. I mean, that's basically the perfect counter they could have picked for that strat. Most teams have done it on Cobblestone so far, where they just send the 1A long or 1A mid.
Yeah.
I think it was Dansky did make his way behind them, managed to get the kill on Cyril, but unfortunately Jenko just went huge. I believe he got, was it 3 kills? Yeah, 3 kills. Cray got 1 as well. Cryptics, or no, not Cryptics, it would be Cyril, got 1 in drop, the first kill for the team. It will be a forced spike on from Sitfmeister. Lazar obviously trying to save towards the AWP, so he just gets that deagle out.
Yeah, indeed.
That's an interesting.
Interesting, to say the least. 3 AKs out on the T side, trying to play those long-range angles, play off of the MAC-10s, getting aggressive, finding that info. It's a part of the meta of Counter-Strike for quite a while, right? Kind of pioneered by Fur to use the MAC-10s as the speedy first man in, so to speak, I think,
yeah.
and it's rather effective. You know, you can gather a lot of info, you can even pick up some kills, especially because a lot of CT side players, when it comes to the first gun round, if they've lost a pistol, opt to not go with head armor, right, to save a little bit, because for the most part they're up against AKs, but it makes those MAC-10s a hell of a lot more effective when they do that.
Yeah, looks like it is just going to be some sort of beast split coming out now as well. As Robin, he gets 2 kills onto Astro and Fright. There we go, Lazar goes down as well. Nice shot by Dansky, possibly trying to make up for his mistakes in the last map, trying to catch up to what Link had. See if he can, well, you know, hit some nice digs. That's a nice one as well. 3 versus 2. Low HP from that nade forces him back as well. Link's still alive, so there's definitely a possibility in this round. Looks like the Wonder Child isn't directly going in just yet. It looks like they may just go for a save, and that's a smart move. No point in trying to rush in. Also, actually sprayed directly on him. And there we go. Dansky would just save that deagle. 3 HP for him. I imagine Link would be able to save as well, but Cryptics hot on their tail.
Doing a fair amount of economic damage, always important, you know, going into that first gun round to make sure there's a couple players that have to keep buying up. They actually managed, I believe, Surreal has recovered one of the AKs, but they managed to, you know, force up, or force the AKs rather out of the game, at least one of them. And those 2 players will have spent a fair amount of money in order to get those AKs. As you can see now, Jenko, 3,700. Still a good amount, but he's going to have to consider pulling out an SMG here or maybe get a drop across. He's going to pull out another MAC-10 and only on $700. So he really can't die in this round, otherwise it's going to cost his team.
I think Cryptics maybe should have just dropped him a pistol there, or maybe given him another MAC-10, because he would have only gone down to 3k as well. So maybe forcing him all his money. If he goes down as well, he's definitely going to need a drop in the next round. He needs to try and stay alive and get some kills with that MAC-10.
Yeah,
his personal.
You've still got Dansky and Link on the deagles here, so
yeah,
something to consider going into this round. They'll all play together though for the most part. The buddy system, Henry G, a big advocate of that. So am I. It's very, very important indeed. Clean little headshot from Surreal to take down one of the deagles, so that eliminates some of the danger in this round. Now they've got 1 more deagle, 3 more pistols, which are kind of the default pistols to deal with. Dansky really not happy about that headshot, to say the least.
Yeah, a very rude word, and then he called him lucky.
He misspelled it, so it's all good. He actually said he was so fusing.
Oh, you love to see it. He's trying to center himself just for the straight, and then Jenko,
nice
he's trying to farm up the money. He actually gets dropped to 21 HP, and this is the only one really who should not be going down on his team because he's so low in economy. It looks like he will go down surely. Yeah, and that's a nice shot from Bray with the USP, but that should be all he gets. Link trying to dig, but he's not able to hit the headshots like he usually is.
Yeah, he's going to go down eventually to the Beard and Surreal. That is, of course, Cray. Would be nice if for the grand final, whoever ends up being in it, they all have their proper names. Might try and get the admins to make sure that's the case, because I think for the sake of professionality and to help us out a little bit so we don't get too confused in the heat at the moment, that if they have those names, it'll be a hell of a lot easier, in all honesty. Either way, first gun round of Coldstone coming in here. Our second map, if BulldogMix end up winning this one, it will be the clean 2-0 from them. A little bit of a heartbreaking loss for Sitfmeister, 16-14 on Inferno. We now have a producer, boys. We now have a producer, with a question mark next to it, perhaps. But still, it's good to have someone on the other end helping us out. Either way, first gun round, not much action happening at the moment. Luzzer is on that glass cannon AWP. There is a kit in the hands of Dansky. So definitely a chance to win on the retake, but I think ultimately it's going to come down to finding these open picks. Oh, up on the boost. Surreal is ready for it, though. The head cleanly taken off of Link. The danger man of the Sitfmeister side has been cleaned up at the moment. Now it's all going to be on Dansky, and he goes down to a Mach 10. That's really not ideal. No control gain for the CTs, and the immediate call to save. It'll be a 4th round on the board very easily for the BulldogMix.
Yeah, that was a massive mistake from Dansky there. He should have gotten at least 1 kill. He dropped the Mach 10 to 11 HP. I believe he actually did some extra damage to Surreal as well. He was on 25, but he needed to pick up at least 1 for the retake to come in. Preferably 2, but that's unlikely in the situation. That's fair enough, but the fact he doesn't get 1 at all, not keeping any economic pressure on the BulldogMix in this round, and especially when they're just feeling like they want to take a Mach 10 out. They're probably going to take it into the next round as well.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you know, keep that economy, or, well, rather not dipping into the pockets for as long as they possibly can. Astro does manage to pick up 1. Cryptix is there to trade it back, however, as he's left on low HP. They do crucially manage to hold on to the AWP, though. We'll see if Luzzer... He's had some good rounds on it. He's had some, you know, easy shots missed also earlier on in the first map, taking him a little bit of time to get into the groove of things, I suppose. But, I mean, if he's able to do something with it, and we've seen time and time again, especially on the CT side of a map like Cobblestone, how effective that AWP can be if he gets a little bit aggressive with it. And he is over towards long here. There's only 2 players to deal with. The question remains, will he be able to get away after getting the kill? He's not even going to get the chance because there's a Molotov there. And now that he's by himself, it becomes a little bit more dangerous, in all honesty, because he's got to find the shot. Hits 1, but not able to finish it off. He, in fact, misses it. I thought he'd hit him through the wall there, unfortunately, but does not. So, bit of a shame over towards long. Either way, back into the action on that B-bomb site at the moment as the players over towards drop are getting a bit antsy. They want to drop down. Jenko already has hit. Flash comes in, as he will get tapping away. Players on stairs for the CT side with the CZs. We talked about, you know, how effective these 4 spies can be. We're about to see whether they will be. However, the bomb is making its way back towards A, as the T side seem to be a little bit savvy that perhaps they're playing into a stack here, slowly making their way up A ramp. Eventually, still going to have to deal with this AWP, but I mean, Luzzer's going to have to go absolutely huge here. Andy's on pretty low HP, will get found by Surreal, doesn't get anything to the round. And Dansky taking a bit of damage as well. I think might be safe to say that's going to be the round here. Robin as well, getting his hands on the AWP, definitely going to secure it. Dansky on 3 HP says, I'm just going to save this AK, thanks boys. I think Link's going to try and get something, see if he can do a bit more damage, of course only on that CZ and armor, so not going to lose a hell of a lot for it, but the remaining 2 players just going to save.
Yeah, he actually maybe has to find Robin here. He's actually just got his knife out. Thank God he found that throw. That would have been embarrassing for Link there. But he does manage to get that gun down the... Did he pick it up, though? I'm not sure.
I think he's a bit antsy. He's still in the area, isn't he? But there's one player that he's also having to deal with there. He'll actually pick him up as well, so...
That's an AWP safe. There's no one to find him as well. So that's that's an AWP taken back for him. Robin wasn't aware that there could be someone in danger. And they will save Surreal. See if we can spot out Dansky on the stairs. Not able to just find any shots on him. And that'll be 3 guns saved for the next round. So that's actually not bad. They will be able to get a pretty good buy into this round. Yeah, in terms of utility.
They need everything that they can get at this point as well. You know, being 5-0 down.
Cobblestone's heavy on utility as well. You really need utility on B-long, drop, you know, to stop any sort of fast rushes.
Exactly. It's so very important here. So it does bode well. going into this round, but we'll see. They've had good buys out before in the past. I think this is probably the best one that they've had this game so far on the Sitfmeister side. So if there is any chance to take a round here, it is definitely in this one. It just remains to be seen. Luzzer immediately down to half HP. B-Rush coming in, the flashes straight out. Astro on the edge of Broken Wall gets taken down. Robin can't climb 5 in seconds, so will get taken down by Dansky. That's going to be the bomb dropped as well. Dansky going to get a second onto Prey and a third onto Surreal. And now he's looking for the fourth. Not able to find it, but Fry and Link are there to help out. A great round from Dansky from behind the fountain allows Sitfmeister to get their first finally on the board as we get into round number 7 now.
But now comes reset time. Some of the most dangerous rounds here for the CTs. They need to keep a few people alive in this round and they need to win. That's more important than just winning. If they die, if 4 people die, there's going to be problems. They still have a little bit of money on a couple players, so it won't be all bad if they get reset here, but it's certainly not going to help them out, especially with the likes of Astro and Dansky on $1,250 respectively. So it should be interesting, as now he's going to be an AWP and Surreal. Don't see him get the AWP out as much anymore after he left Complexity to head back to the UK. Used to AWP for Complexity, actually, interestingly.
Yeah, it's wasn't a notable point in his career, not going to lie. You know, not to say that he was poor on Complexity, but I think as a team, they've never really worked out. It's quite odd. A little bit of a conversation for another day. But either way, a kill apiece here for both teams. Jenko clean 2K over towards Drop.
And that's
he pretty much clears that B bomb site now. A bit more of an aggressive stack over towards A by the CTs, so it will end up costing them in the round. Maybe overthinking things a little bit. BulldogMix, you know, got 5 rounds in a row. They seem to be favouring B, as most teams tend to on the T side of Cobble. And why would they change anything? So
yeah, I mean, the B site, the difference is you need to have coordination going to the B site. The A site's not as messy because there's so many angles in the B site immediately as you come out. So if you're going out plat, you've got to check the plat cover, you've got to check Hobbit, you've got to check the close under wall, you've got to check either side of the wall.
Yeah, in that case, you can't check that. That's why that spot, you know, the cubby spot on platform is so very effective, right? Because, you know, you got a player behind Fountain or in Coop that's drawing all the attention. But of course, in this round, CT side not really going to do that at all. It'll be another round, and like you say, that dreaded reset. Might be able to get a dropout across some of the players. Fry can actually buy, and I think Luzzer should be able to drop Dansky. So they can still get a buyout, which is why, you know, keeping those 3 players alive is very, very important there. But still, it doesn't really bode well going into the latter stages of the half, where they're just not able to string rounds together. It's really not a good way to play CS, right? You win that 1 round, and then you just start losing rounds, get reset again, and it just gets out of control. You're not able to really get your foot in the door.
Pretty sure it was Sitfmeister yesterday as well. On the T side of Cobble, just looked absolutely lost. I think it was Fish 123, I want to say.
I think they needed to win Inferno. Right?
They absolutely, I can't see them doing anything on this map. That flash not good enough. There's a nice shot from Luzzer. They need to pull out all the stops, especially as no one really was fragging except for Link in the last game. People are going to need to step up. Let's have a look at the scoreboard for a second. It's actually Dansky. Hold on a minute. Did you know you could boost up there in drop? Because I didn't.
Oh, that is interesting. To be fair, didn't we've seen some spooky boosts come out recently. Oh my god! You guys might not have seen that actually, but there is a boost, which I don't think I've seen. It's like a pixel boost just outside the archway of drop, and you can see down into drop. That's brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
Might be a bit risky getting up there, though, I think is kind of the issue in that case. Robin going to pick up a kill onto Fry, get the bomb down. Astro gets aggressive, takes down Cryptix. However, Robin and Jenko are here to hold it, so it's going to be a 7th on the board. A little bit closer to the wire than we have usually seen so far on Cobblestone, but BulldogMix really showing why they are the top seed here at this competition and why they should have a chance of going through to that grand final.
Yep, they will have to fight through Fish 123 though, and Fish 123 have a map advantage. Smooth had a map advantage last time. I don't think they dropped a single map in the grand final. Yeah. And that was with Astro and Link, I believe. I'm not sure. I think Dansky may have been on the team as well.
Yeah, and big man on screen as well.
That's right, yeah. That was the team, yeah. And they were the previous winners of Epic Land, Epic 22. So it is interesting to see the nice nade. I'd like to see that nade actually, just throw it to the top of the door. But still, half wide from the Sitfmeister side of USP, just on Dansky, possibly saving just as much money as he can. Really does have less than most of his team, so that makes sense. Armor on a couple players here, and it looks like BulldogMix have actually figured out the stack. They're just going to commit to the B site here, and that should be round over. Maybe some exits coming from Sitfmeister now.
Yeah, trying to save something going into the next round again, you know, keep that economic pressure on, etc., etc. The kind of general script of things that we say, you know, as casters, it's the conventional way that you want them to be playing CS. I like that wallbang. Pick up the kill onto Luzzer, unfortunately. But still, nice, you know, a little bit of theory crafting perhaps from this T side, which could make some of the differences. Oh. He was going for it. I mean, eventually he was
three
going
times. I think he hit him 3 times to do it. One was just like a flick. The other was a no-scope through the wall, and he just headshots him right there. You know.
Dirty stuff. Surreal was the one on that boost as well. I mean, he's really an expert on cobblestone.
It was Jenko. Surreal boosted him, I think.
Oh, right, okay. So maybe it was Surreal with the theory crafting in that case, though, but not actually up on the...
But that was insane. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, to be fair, you know, we've seen a bit of that come out, and it's kind of the ever-changing nature, because people don't really use a hell of a lot of boosts. Overpass is known for it, right? Obviously, infamously.
Yes, yeah.
But on some of the other maps, it's not really required. We've seen the one from Renegades recently. That's come out a few
on Cash,
times. Yeah. Over towards Heaven. That's come out a few times here at this tournament. So, changing the landscape of CS. We are in the UK. Perhaps. I think so, though. We've got some nice up-and-coming players, and we've seen some big talent here. It's just a case of getting those teams together, getting stable and comfortable with each other, which Wind and Rain possibly may be able to do. But here, for the most part, they're getting beat out. Dansky, however, with the AWP from Chicken Coop, will take down Cray, yet to be traded. Watching that angle, watching and waiting. Turns away from the smoke, as you would expect. And now back over towards the B-bomb side. There's really not too much going on over towards Platt, in all honesty. Cryptix and Robin are waiting. Flash going to come in from Surreal. He's going to flash himself. Classic flash there. Catches out Luzzer on the fountain. Now Astro was waiting for him to come out of drop, but of course it'll be the Platt hit. And now it's all on Dansky. He does get one onto Jenko, but immediately traded back. 2 on 2 as Fry trades Robin. Bomb yet to cross to site. Flash comes in, going to allow Surreal to peek around the corner. He's not able to find anything though, so now it's the 1 versus 1. Link against Cryptix, and of course Link finds it because he's been absolutely on fire since that first map.
Yeah, 47 HP left on him as well, 7 to 5. Dansky's actually on 9 to 8 as well. Lazzar's the one who kind of needs to get behind him. 1 to 7 for him right now.
Yeah, and he's the AWP player. He's very, very important, especially on CT side cobblestone, right? You need him to come alive. We've seen how effective teams with strong AWP players, you know, Guardian used to be famous on cobblestone back in the good Na'Vi days, let's say.
Good Na'Vi days maybe back as they actually beat
FaZe. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they did indeed. They did indeed. Who knows? But either way, UKCS. Lincoln.
Better CS, some may say.
Yeah, for sure. Lincoln Crate trade 1 for 1 on long, and therefore it brings us into a 4 on 4. As there's a minute and 20 seconds or thereabouts remaining on the clock. The bomb looking to make its way towards A. There's only going to be 1 player to deal with as well. If they're able to clear that out, get the bomb down, get into some good post-plant positions, could quite easily be a 9th on the board for BulldogMix. No holds barred.
Yeah, there's actually only 1 person here basically in A, and that's Astro. He needs to find this kill onto Robin, and he does find it as well. I believe Fry gets 1 as well. And there we go, Astro just picking up a couple, puts it into the 1 versus 3 hit. Jenko in a bit of a predicament. That nade not going to hit him. Astro just trying to stay alive. He does manage to get away from the wood as well, which is quite spammable. Very thin material there. It looks like Jenko may be able to get the bomb down at least. In fact, he will be able to get the bomb down. Or he's not going to stick it though. He decides to try and bait it out a little bit more. Does spam Astro as well. Puts it into a 2 versus 1. Now finds another kill as well. Does he know where Luzzer is? Luzzer has the AWP out. The problem is he's playing close to the P250. Does find it, but nearly from Jenko.
You know, if he's 100 HP there, I think Jenko wins that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's very close. Very, very close indeed. 3rd round on the board now for Sitfmeister. Again, though, surviving with only 1 player. Not very much money going into this round here. They are going to be able to pull out 3 M4s and a UMP rather. A little bit of utility picked up in the hands of Fry. But only 2 kits, and you've got Link with barely anything at all. He's just relying on the pure aim at this point, which, like you said earlier, it's so important to have utility, right? If he gets caught out to a rush or whatever, he's only going to get one, I think, at that point, you know, and get taken down immediately thereafter. So, really not looking too good. Smoke comes in deep towards Plat. Flash as Dansky is on top of the box, only able to get one though, traded 1 for 1. Astro is there to help out, but he will also get traded 1 for 1. So 3 on 3 now. There's a player over towards Rock, but if they can make the cross, the B bomb site firmly in control of this T side, I think, especially as that Molotov goes down. It's Fry all by himself now on the same bomb site. Again, trading 1 for 1 here. Luzzer, however, will be the first to go down completely untraded. So the man advantage in favor of the T side here. Wonderchild, Link on that flank. No kit, like I said earlier. He's going to get spotted out by Jenko, and Jenko will connect the spray. So 9-3 now, and a few rounds here and there for Sitfmeister, but ultimately the T side has definitely been the Bulldog show, as they are, you know, especially these rounds, they're winning very, very decisively, it would seem.
Yeah, I mean, there was trading going on effectively there, but then eventually it just got broken by Luzzer, who just runs through for some reason. Probably should have just waited for his teammate to come in for the flank.
Yeah.
He's only currently 2-8.
I mean, when that aggressive trading is going back and forth, players do have a tendency to try and make sure that the trade connects, right?
There for the Link.
But it doesn't always work out. I mean, they are on pistols here, so maybe getting a bit aggressive in the Molotov. Not as bad as it would be if they were on a rifle. But now 4 CZs for the CT side, 2 towards A, 2 towards B. Bomb in the B halls as well. Dansky here with the CZ, picks up a double spray down with that incredibly powerful gun at the moment. Costs him 50 HP. He's also going to try and save an AK. He will. Bomb going to make its way back towards A. There's still Cray on the flank, but he will get taken down after only hitting 1. So it's a 2-on-2 after that kill from Cryptix. Bomb will go down, some good post-plant positions as well over towards the platform. Reasonably high HPs on the T's. In fact, they've got full HP on both players. But now it is a question of whether the heads will fall and which side it will be that connects the bullets with them. Jenko finds Astro. Luzzer now in the 1 versus 1. After trading it back, but low HP, the spray connects from Cryptix, and that'll be a 10th on the board. And I mean, it's really not looking too good here. Could be a 2-0 for BulldogMix if they keep this up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It looks like it will be at this point. It does not look like Sitfmeister have anything to go. The problem is that on the T side, they were pretty poor in Cobblestone. They were lost. They have no idea really what they're doing. I think this is a map they should not let through, really.
Yeah, I mean, like perhaps not. It would be interesting to know. Well, they're saying that, right? This is the map that Wind and Rain
beat Gambit on,
yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know. They just didn't look as confident as they did on a map like Overpass or Mirage or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's always been a bit of a home map though for the UK. We do like
Cobble
across all iterations.
We haven't seen Train.
We've not seen Train at all, actually.
I think that might be in the best of 5 though.
I believe it would. I would imagine Nuke gets banned.
Yeah.
I've not seen that too often. We saw it. Enclave and B Magic's team
did play Nuke.
Were into playing Nuke, and Enclave played it again in the semi-final.
Was that in group stage they played Nuke?
No, it was in so the
because there was someone in group stage when I walked past.
It was in the lower bracket semi-final.
Yes,
that they played it, and then also the lower bracket final, which was Enclave and Sitfmeister. Enclave played it, and it was the map that they won, I believe.
And then it was So who won between Enclave and Stickman last night? Actually, was it Stickman?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, and Stickman got
No, because it was Enclave and Sitfmeister, and then Enclave I think beat Stickman, and then played against Sitfmeister, and that's why Sitfmeister's here now.
Okay, that makes sense. So Enclave actually beat Sitfmeister, right? Yeah. And now it looks like it is just going a split here, coming out 2 players, 1 player from A long and 3 from mid. Now, Flash coming out from Freight. I'm not sure how good it is going to be. It's going to be fantastic for the player close to him. Needs to find more than 1 though, but he's not able to. Do they know the position of Link? He's actually played this super well. He's going to be able to find 1 onto Cray, just playing the time now, waiting for the rotates to come in. A nice kill from Cyril, but that's going to be an easy kill from Robin as well. 2 versus 3 now. Situation calls for something big as Astro is trying to make that happen, but Cryptix gets 1 as well, and Robin will finish it off 12-3.
Yeah, 12-3 half, pretty hard to come back from. I think it goes without saying Sitfmeister need themselves the pistol here to have any kind of a chance going into the beginning of the second half. We'll see. I mean, if Link is able to, you know, fire on all cylinders again, Dansky's not playing too badly, neither is Astro. So if they can all kind of work together, and obviously they played together in the MDL, the words I'm looking for, the Mountain Dew League. If they're able to pull that out, you know, and play well, then there's definitely a chance for them here. I think, you know, the CT side of Bulldog was lacking on the previous map until the very end, in all honesty. Either way, a nice opening pick from Fry as they make their way up the A ramp. Rotates coming in from the CTs. They've got to act quickly. Smoke goes over towards Connector. Going to be, at this point, for mute because there's no one actually rotating from that area. But here we are. Sitfmeister coming alive now. 2 kills do go back the way of the CT side. But it is ultimately a 3 versus 1 for big man Robin, and he will get taken down, not able to connect a headshot in the end there. So Fry with a nice pistol round picks up 3. Not being too quiet so far. It's more Luzzer that needs to, you know, wake up a little bit on the Sitfmeister side, especially with that AWP in hand. But overall, a good start. They get the pistol. Now they need to win the next 2 conversion rounds, not get reset here. Otherwise, it will pretty much be game over.
Yeah, if they get their economy reset, it's just pretty much over. That'll be all we're saying goodbye to them, unfortunately. They need this map for everyone who's just tuned in. They did lose the previous map, and Inferno was actually their map pick 16-14 to Bulldog. So it's still close, but you should be, you know, you expect to win your map.
I think as well they kind of needed that one, you know, like we said earlier, because Cobblestone is a map that they clearly, like you said yesterday, not looking too confident on, and it's a map that the BulldogMix has pulled out more often than not, right? It's kind of like their pocket pick.
Yeah,
map.
and I'm pretty sure it was like 16-9 to Fish 1-2-3 when Sitfmeister played it as well.
Right, so a rather decisive victory, or rather decisive loss, I suppose, in the case of Sitfmeister, on Cobblestone previously in the tournament. So got a monumentous hill to climb here, I think. You know, they can make it 12-7, get the first gun round, then it'll start looking good, right? Because then I think they could probably get themselves up to about 12-8, 12-9. Off the back of that, and then suddenly it's not as scary a scoreline, but there's still a lot of work to do, and they need to make barely any mistakes. Robin picking up that kill is one of those mistakes. It is admittedly the Mac 10 that he took down, and the dink did come through. The remaining T-side players now trying to make their way over towards A, but not checking the corner. Dansky will go down. Fry is there to recover, really coming alive here. He's picked up 3 already in this round. All on Cryptics. He's on the flank towards Danger, coming up that A-long area. Link needs to be prepared for this. Then he will be. Finds the head. Does get a return dink, but fortunately it takes 2 bullets with that CZ, even if you do dink. So not all bad in the end. They keep the majority of their players alive as well. Yeah, not too bad. And I mean, if we can see Fry come alive here, it could really help out the Sitfmeister side for him. He's one of those quieter players on Inferno that, in a sense, could have cost him a loss, right? We have to consider, again, if you're only just joining us, and even if you don't remember, Link went 40-19, and they still lost the map.
Yeah,
those
literally
are some,
double his deaths. Well,
yeah,
more than double his deaths.
Those are some Kenny S 2015 Titan numbers, right?
Yeah, those are some simple now numbers.
Yeah, very true, very true. You know, so it's going to be difficult. The USP he's stacked up on A. Clean out Astro. He did only have that Mac 10 kind of the info gathering role, but the AKs are really going to have to hit their shots here because there's so many players they're playing into. Surreal finding the head of another. Jenko goes and picks up a kill as well. So the AK now going to be recovered. Luckily, a slight bit of control has been won back by Dansky over towards A. The bomb has got to make the rotate though, and it all does depend on whether this AK in the hands of Jenko is going to go huge. Watching the rat hole, one will go down. He runs out of ammo on Surreal, though. Not able to pick up the kill. In the end, and Surreal finds the head of Link.
Why? How?
What a mess. Losing to USPs, man. They hadn't bought anything up.
Was there a single?
So
I don't
tragic.
think there was a single upgraded pistol, was there?
No, it was all USPs. Painful. It's painful.
GG, Noob team.
I mean,
if I was playing matchmaking.
Yeah, that's the tilting moment, right? You lose to only USPs, no money spent at all by BulldogMix. Their economy's going to be in a pretty decent place as
you know, that wasn't entirely their fault. There were mistakes made, but sometimes that's just going to happen. And I was obviously joking about the new thing, but they are better than me at this game in every single way.
Have some confidence in yourself, man.
No. And now 3 people going down for Sitfmeister. Jenko and Robin going down as well as Astro makes it a 4th kill for the BulldogMix. That leaves Link in a 1-on-3. He's been having a good game, or had a good game on Inferno. Not doing too badly here on Cobblestone, but nothing as impressive as last game. And the clutch won't even start. And there we go, BulldogMix make it 14-5 and possibly have already closed out the map.
Yeah, it's difficult to see. There was the comeback potential from the Sitfmeister side, and they almost did it. Got those conversion rounds, at least made it to the gun round, and then kind of against all the odds, BulldogMix are able to take back a round. And when the split in scoreline is as large as it is, it becomes very difficult to come back from that. Opting to go for a B rush here. Flashes going through, trying to blind up the players. They will indeed. It's whether they're able to capitalize off that is the question. Cryptic's going to pick up 1 onto Astro over from Chicken Coop area. Robin will get 1 immediately traded back, but the rotates are coming in, and all of a sudden the round is over as Crate and Surreal are able to chime in, and it's now 15-5.
left.
Oh, God. He's not happy, I don't think.
I think they thought it was 15 already.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I'm pretty sure if we look in the chat, they said GG.
Yeah,
Link said GG and he put never mind.
Brilliant. It's been this series in a nutshell, unfortunately. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, right? Because what's happened is they lost the first map 16-14 in such close fashion. I think they would have needed that one because even they knew that Cobblestone here up against the BulldogMix is going to be a bit of a write-off. You know, because A, they've pulled it out in this tournament. B, they've got Robin and Surreal who play on Epsilon. Epsilon, Cobblestone, a bit of a home map for them. You know, in a sense, they are quite comfortable.
I'd say the best map on Epsilon.
Yeah. So they kind of knew on the Sitfmeister side that it was going to be a bit of a write-off. Then they have a bit of an opportunity, a small window to get back into it. Lose to USPs. I don't think it could really get much worse, in all honesty.
No, it's unfortunate, really. I think, though, that BulldogMix deserving grand finalists at this point. They've fought their way through the lower bracket. Well, through 1 game of the lower bracket after they went through the upper bracket, lost a fish 1-2-3 there, and that's possibly just going to be over as Robin. He gets 3 kills, looking for something else, not going to be able to find it though. A lot of damage being done. Lazar in a 1 versus 4. We say goodbye to Sitfmeister, and we say hello to BulldogMix as they go to the grand final.